What is a Christian's proper response to open borders? Should a Christian even have an opinion about these kinds of issues? I mean, after all, this world is not our home. We are citizens of another kingdom. The church has no nationality, and the church knows no borders. So is it even proper for a Christian to have opinions about national borders and immigration? Sometimes you'll hear Christians say, well, Jesus was a refugee. When Herod's soldiers came to Bethlehem to kill all of the male children under 2 years of age, Joseph, being warned in a dream, took his family and fled to Egypt. What if Egypt had closed their border with Judea? The life of the Messiah would have been put at risk. Egypt's open border saved young Jesus. And throughout the Old Testament, the Lord commanded Israel to be kind to the stranger, because they were once strangers in Egypt. There are many progressive Christians out there who would use biblical passages like these to define their stance on illegal immigration. I've seen videos of Christians going to nations where illegal aliens are flooding across the border and giving them supplies. They hand out food and water to those entering the country without permission in the name of compassion. Here's where progressive Christians get it wrong. We can be kind and loving individually to illegal immigrants, as we should be to everyone. We can love them and show kindness to them and hospitality to them on an individual basis. But we live in a nation of laws, and we have a legally defined way to come into this country. We cannot undermine the legitimate laws of our land. So we can love the immigrant, but at the same time, we can be very strongly opposed to people crossing the border illegally. And we should oppose any political party that seeks to undermine the rule of law for political gain. And that's really the issue here. We know that the left wants to turn every state blue so that the United States becomes a single-party system like California. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to import impoverished people from the third world who are utterly dependent upon the government for survival. Generally, these immigrants don't speak the language. They have very little education and only basic job skills. And once these illegal immigrants are granted citizenship, they become a reliable source of votes for the left for the rest of their lives. In effect, these people are political pawns in a shameless power grab. But there's something even more sinister than bad politics going on. The educated elites of our nation want to dismantle the Judeo-Christian ethic and replace it with a NeoMarxist Globalism. Today we just call it woke. This is why, quite frankly, people from first world countries with a Christian heritage find it almost impossible to immigrate to the United States. I have a friend from South Africa who would love to see his family and friends come to America and to do it legally, but the obstacles are enormous and the wait can take years. So it's much easier for them to immigrate to places like Australia or New Zealand. America is just too difficult. So why would our leaders turn a blind eye to millions upon millions of illegal immigrants flooding into our country while making it bureaucratically impossible for people from the first world, especially for those from a Judeo-Christian heritage, to come here? Because the Judeo-Christian ethic puts limits on government. The Christian worldview gives ultimate authority to God and His Word. In effect, Bible believers swear allegiance to God over government. We vote for principles much greater than any party platform. The Christians, true Christians, are not easily manipulated into surrendering their liberties. And that's why this administration is turning a blind eye to countless illegal aliens pouring across our southern border. So as Christians, we can be very kind and loving to everyone we meet, even the illegal immigrant. But we can also be very emphatic in our support of strong border security and making sure that people who come here do it the right way. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.